Yeah, back at Universal Studios Hollywood, Jurassic Parking 3K, that's where I'm parked. And we're gonna go straight to the coaster first. So let's make our way inside the park and jump right into Fast and the Furious Hollywood Drift. And then near the end of the video, we're gonna talk about some of the stuff here near the parking structure and City Walk, because City Walk is seeing some really big changes. So let's not waste any time and make our way inside the park. And before I forget, hello everyone, my name is Dylan. Thank you so much for tuning back in to another Theme Park Obsession video. Yeah, we're cruising around Universal Studios Hollywood today to check up on Fast and the Furious and a few other projects. It's also very windy today, so if the sound kind of goes in and out, I apologize. I'm gonna try my best though to get in spots to avoid that horrible sound, because yeah, the SoCal winds are pretty intense today. The Santa Anas are here. Made it to the lookout, and look at this. 2 new pieces of track have been installed on the layout here at Hollywood Drift, and it's looking great. Now, looks like they went in this direction. So we're making our way over to the bunny hop over the fire road. Now, I don't think they're going to be installing any more pieces of track here in the next couple days because of the Santa Ana wind event that we're having here in SoCal for the next couple days. So, yeah, I think what we're seeing right now is going to be at least for a while, because the crane is actually in the hold position here, and it'll probably stay like that for a while. Because yeah, it is brutal. But let's zoom in a little bit. Hold on, everybody. Yeah, so this piece right here, I'm gonna get my finger there. So this right here was the one that's been installed for a few weeks now, but just last night they put these 2 pieces in. So the one where the ladder is, and then the one kind of going around the corner there, and you could kind of see the tail end of it slightly through the catwalk section. But yeah, how exciting! 2 new pieces of track, dozens of other pieces to go. But I'm glad that they are working as quickly as they can, and they really did it in the nick of time, just because of the windy weather that we're going to be having here the next couple days. The wind is going to be pretty bad. Wind gusts up to 100 miles an hour, they were saying, in some areas of Southern California. Not here in Universal City, but enough to where it's a little too dangerous to be hoisting huge sections of steel. So yeah, really cool that they got at least 2 more pieces in and ready to go. Now over time, they're gonna go ahead and gauge that, make sure it's all set, and then yeah, eventually make their way over to the bunny hop. At least that's the direction I think they're going in. I can't wait for them to install these pieces right here that curve up into the inversion, and that'll be the first inversion on the coaster, right before we get to the catwalk section, which is where another block break and launch area will be, because we're going to have enough speed to get up and over the turnaround section. Now, someone in the comments was saying that this is just going to be a break area. I don't know. I feel like they're going to be putting, some LSMs there too, to kind of boost us a little bit. Now, I wonder, even though it's going to be windy the next couple days, I wonder if more pieces of track are going to be delivered from the manufacturer, and they're just going to stage them until it's not, super windy, and then they'll go ahead and install them. If that's the case, then we might see more than, a piece or 2 go up in one night. We actually might see a couple pieces go up, which will be really exciting. But that's just me speculating. I have no idea what the schedule is going to be like. But how exciting. That is so cool. Now, because of the wind, I'm thinking most of the work is happening on the inside of that building right there. Let's kind of zoom in a little bit over here, where some workers are finishing up that brick detailing, which looks great. And like I was mentioning in the previous video, the fact that they've already done that much already is pretty cool. They haven't gotten to that section just yet. Again, it's only been a couple days since my last video, so I wasn't expecting them to already cover that section up. But as far as just work on site today, I would guess a lot of people are in that building. There's a couple guys hanging out down over here where these concrete footings are hanging out. Let me see, we got the robot down there doing its little robot thing. This is eventually where some more support columns will go, and the support structure for the giant sound wall that's going to go in that stretches all the way over to the other side. And I'm not seeing any construction. Oh no, there's some workers over there. So they're working on that end of the hill. That's pretty much all the progress that I can see from this end. I think we're going to get a better view of the new track and everything from the escalator. So let's make our way over there, and then when we're on the French Street side, maybe we'll take another look at the brick detailing going on with the show building. But yeah, really cool addition there today at Fast and the Furious Hollywood Drift with that new section of track. Okay, made it to the French Street side of things. Let's zoom in a little bit. Oh yeah, loving the brick detailing. And it looks like I pointed out in the previous video, that these open sections will probably be windows, maybe looking inside the building somewhere. That's going to be kind of cool if we can, if that's part of the queue, and we'll be able to look out towards this section of the ride where you kind of go back into the load and unload area. We'll see. We'll see what happens over time. But some really nice progress going on here, and I would assume maybe within the next month, the scaffolding will come down in this area, revealing the final look. Okay, I made it to the side of the escalators, and in the last video, I wasn't sure if they had brick, but upon closer inspection, they do. So they've been detailing this side of the building as well, which is really nice. I'm gonna zoom back out, so hold on everyone. This one's gonna be pretty brutal. Holy moly. Yeah, looking great on this side. They haven't gotten to this yet, I don't think. It doesn't look like it. Yeah, I think it's just still like the skeleton of the building. So they're slowly but surely getting to that side. And then over here, look, we have a piece of equipment that has shown up. Last time I was here, this was not there, so they might be getting ready to install something on this corner of the attraction. Now, the one thing that they did install the past couple days that I wasn't able to get is all of this right here. Now, this is a lot of power for the attraction. I'm gonna walk down a little bit here and get a better view. Yeah, the wind is, it's so crazy today. It hasn't been windy like this in a long time. Like, it's been a minute since it's been this windy. But yeah, you can see the power right there. I'll zoom in a little bit. I'll zoom in a little bit more. But yeah, those big electrical boxes, I'm sure that is all electrical for the LSMs, all the launch systems for the attraction. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's more, because this ride has multiple sections of launches. Other than that, though, there's really nothing else going on at this section of the coaster. It's kind of looking the same. Now here's a closer look at the two new pieces of track that have been installed. Yeah, that profiling is nice. It's going to be so fun going around that corner. And again, like I had mentioned in the last video, I wonder what direction we're going to be facing. Are we going to be facing up towards the sky, or are we going to be facing towards the hillside there while going around that curve? And for those that are just not really sure what direction we're going to be going up towards the parking structure, and then up over here over the catwalk and into an inversion, and then back down, very steep drop into another curve that goes up and into the catwalk section, where that will be a block break area where we'll get ready for the half of the roller coaster that goes all the way over to that corner behind that tree where we do the turnaround. But yeah, that is awesome. I love that. I still think this piece of track that goes over the fire road is going to be the last thing to be installed, because they just need equipment to go up and down that hill. But I think they're going to get really close to that retaining wall that's been there since the start. I think they're going to install a couple more pieces kind of going up, and we'll see how steep the drop is going to be. And then it'll stop like right there, because yeah, they gotta keep this area clear as long as they can. I think the last few bits of track are going to be over the fire road and then the stall right here. I don't know. Maybe they will save this one for last, because they still haven't gotten to this area. And this will be an overnight thing as well. They're not going to be dealing with track during the day while guests are here. But overall, this is looking really good. Just a couple days after my last video. That's awesome that work continues to move very, very fast and furious on this new roller coaster, including this little building down here. The little building's getting some nice love this week. And I would assume here in the next couple days, it'll be done. You can see on the ground there too, there's a lot of pieces staged for the catwalk section. and there was even more pieces staged on the other end. So they'll probably finish the catwalk maybe after the wind spell we got going on here in SoCal. Same with the track, like I was mentioning earlier. We might see some more track sometime next week because the wind is supposed to die down, I think, by the weekend. But there you have it. There's your latest look at Fast and the Furious Hollywood Drift. I'll give you one more shot of these two pieces of track. But let's continue the journey around the park, especially City Walk, because we got to talk about City Walk for a little bit. Now here on the other side of the hill, they've sprayed it with a bunch of water so the dirt doesn't get all kicked up here in the next couple days. But what's interesting is down behind Revenge of the Mummy, they put up a chain link fence around these facilities right here. So it kind of makes you wonder, are they going to go ahead and take that down? I've been speculating about that because they can always move. Oh, people are screaming in agreement. But, you know, I've been speculating that, yeah, they can take these down and move this elsewhere. They can consolidate like they have been doing. It's not out of the question. And maybe free up this space back here for something else because it is quite a large space. So I don't know. We're going to be keeping an eye on it. But it is a coincidence just because they're working on this right here. Why do you need the chain link fence around that area? Now, before I make my way out of the park and talk about City Walk, I do want to mention Waterworld. It's down for refurb. It's going to be down until February 15th. So yeah, if you are traveling to the park in the next few weeks, just know that Waterworld will not be available for you. Yeah, this happens just about every year. So every year around this time, because it's cold, it's like the perfect time for them to go in and do all the maintenance that they got to do for the show, because really the show runs all year without being down. So yeah, it makes sense to close all this when it's really, really cold outside. Okay, now that we've made our way into City Walk, let's talk about some changes happening here, because it seems like City Walk is about to go through just another evolutionary change. There's so many things that are closing and it kind of makes you wonder, yeah, what's the next big thing for City Walk? Some of these things could just be tenant changes. You know, the lease is up and they don't want to renew their lease, so something new is going to be coming in its place, or maybe Universal has bigger plans. I don't really know. But we have this coming in across from the Hello Kitty store, which we've covered before, Line Friends, right next to Karma and Luck as well. But when we make our way over here to the Crepe Cafe next to the Dodgers Clubhouse store, well, the Crepe Cafe is closed. It recently just closed. So what's going on over here? What's going to be replacing the Crepe Cafe? And it's surprising because Crepe Cafe has been around for a long time, like ever since I've been coming to Universal Studios Hollywood. So yeah, this just happened. Sad faces for sure. Maybe another tasty treat location will be going here. But there you go. I don't think I ever covered it on the channel, but I have been here before. It was like a long, long time ago. I think before one of my Halloween Horror Night shifts, like back in the day, we went to the Crepe Cafe to grab, I don't know if it was crepes. I think we grabbed something else because they didn't just have crepes here. They had other things. And then across the way from the NBC Sports Bar and Grill, Abercrombie & Fitch will be closing its doors. That also includes the kids store. Abercrombie & Fitch has been here for a long time. Yeah, Sunday the 12th will be the last day you can shop at Abercrombie Kids and Abercrombie & Fitch here at City Walk, and it will close down and be something. I don't know what it's going to be. Again, it's crazy that these many places are closing here at City Walk. And this one's interesting because it's connected to an office building here at Universal Studios. So yeah, this is going to be a big head scratcher for this one. I don't know if it's going to be another big retail store or they're going to convert this to something completely different, maybe a Universal concept. And then another location that still remains shuttered is the old Chinese place that was here, the Dung Pao Chinese restaurant. Yeah, still not sure what's going on here. And then over here at iFly, it has officially closed as well. It had its last day, I believe, yesterday. So iFly is no more. You're gonna have to go to another location. And there are a few locations kind of scattered throughout the country. I feel like this one was kind of popular here at City Walk. I always saw someone doing it, but no more. You're gonna have to just do the real thing or go to another location. So with the closure of iFly, it kind of makes this area of City Walk even more quiet because there really isn't too many people traversing this side of City Walk, especially on days like this when it's a little bit slower. I mean, we've got people coming from the Curious George parking structure, but you know, this has been closed for a while. They're turning it into an escape room. Escapology's moving in. Margaritaville, I feel like, I don't know, I don't think it's as popular as it is in Orlando. And then you just got Wetzel's Pretzels in this corner. So yeah, it's kind of a quiet corner right now. allegedly there are some new hotels on the way here to Universal Studios Hollywood, and some of these closures here at City Walk might have something to do with that. It just is kind of odd that that many places are closing here at City Walk. I don't think I've ever seen that many close at once or be closed at once. So I'm going to be really keeping an eye on things. But speaking of the alleged hotel project, let's make our way over to Jurassic Parking because they have some stuff going on over there that kind of alludes to that being true, which again, it's pretty crazy to think about. Some hotels, some Universal branded hotels coming to Hollywood. Okay, made it to Jurassic Parking, where look at this. We have a new staging area with some pallets that have just been delivered. Now they could be building a Halloween Horror Nights maze here very early. We could see our first Halloween Horror Nights maze right here in the Woody Woodpecker parking lot. It might be themed to Woody Woodpecker, you never know. But in all seriousness though, wouldn't that be crazy if they built like a giant mega maze out here in the parking lot? But yeah, no, very interesting stuff happening over here at Woody Woodpecker with the new pallets coming in. And right now, we got some team members painting them a nice green. Green is my favorite color, so I approve. But I wonder if that's a hint as to what could be coming here. Does green mean anything other than trees? Or could it mean a possible new hotel or something else? I don't know. They're working on something. They're getting ready to put up some construction fences, and it's right here in the parking lot. Big head scratching moment. And I think we're about to go through another big evolution here at Universal Studios. Like I've been saying the past few years, Universal has been nonstop when it comes to new projects. It seems like they never stop building new things. Like once they start one project, they start another one like midway through. And the fact that they're moving along with whatever's happening behind me is pretty exciting. If it's going to be a hotel, I think that's going to be a great move, especially for those that are traveling to the area that want to stay local. Maybe they don't want to stay down at Disney, or they don't want to stay down by the beach or elsewhere in town. They want to stay on property here at Universal. So that could be a huge win, especially for those that are just traveling back to the airport. It's not that far from here. Big question marks at Universal Studios Hollywood. I love it. I love to see the development. And I love to see a company that just doesn't stop. They want to continue pushing forward with whatever they're working on. Again, all of the hotel stuff is alleged. I'm just going based off of the KTLA5 article. This is all just a big rumor at this point until the company makes it official, which might be in the next few months. You never know. We're going to be seeing some developments here in the next few weeks, especially because they have this staging area set up. I would not be surprised if they finish painting all these walls and get them up here within the next few days. Where they're going, I don't know. I have no clue where they're going to be putting these. But we're going to find out. And I will do my best to document all the latest here on the channel. So if you're not already subscribed, I suggest doing that to stay up to date. Not the craziest video in the world, but some pretty good updates nonetheless at City Walk, here at the Woody Woodpecker parking lot, and of course, Fast and the Furious Hollywood Drift with those 2 new pieces of track going in. Really exciting stuff happening at Universal. And yeah, I think this is going to be a really big year for the company in general. We have all the stuff happening here at Hollywood, and then over in Orlando, they're opening up Epic Universe. May 22nd is when Epic Universe opens, and it's just wild to think that it's just a few months away. In a few months, we'll be enjoying all of the 5 themed worlds that are in the park, and then the rest of Universal Orlando. Like, I can't wait to go back to Volcano Bay as well. That's like Volcano Bay is like my second home. So yeah, Universal is really doing some crazy stuff, and I am so happy that we're alive to enjoy all of it, even when they're building it, where we get to see them build these really cool things. So it's going to be a great year for Universal, a great year for all theme parks, honestly. There's a lot of amazing things happening at all the theme parks, and like I said, I will be documenting as much of it as possible. So With that, if you did enjoy today's video, you can let me know by smashing the thumbs up button. It helps out tremendously. And if you're new to the channel and you love these updates from Universal Studios or some of your other favorite theme parks, well, you should consider subscribing because I have brand new videos every single week from Universal, from Disney, from Six Flags Magic Mountain, and everything in between. So be sure to stay subscribed. And also, if you haven't already, check out my Instagram account and X account. Those links will be down below the description. You should follow me on those platforms as well because I post updates there too. But until the next video, I hope you have a beautiful day, morning, evening, whatever it is. And I'll see you next time in the parks. Bye.